Well, I'm just going to change the front pads on a phaser. It's an FZ6
S2.
It's the S2, as my brother told me, but he's too lazy to do it, so I've got to do it for him. It's very simple. Just make sure you get the right pads. Usual gloves, mask if you want one. I don't, because I'm stupid. Get your pads. Okay, here's how you start it. You're showing here, Will. In here you've got, can you zoom in on that bit? In here you've got a sliding pin, just goes right through. That's held in with 2 clips. A little pair of pliers, them bent ones. Pull the clip out. Stick it in somewhere where you're not going to lose it. There's one on the other side. Take that out. Okay? So now your pin will come out. You have to get it from this side. It can be a little bit awkward. You push it through. You can grab it now. This clip, this spring here is an anti-rattle spring, right? And the pin goes through that. So when you pull that out, the spring might pop out. There's the pin, the sliding pin. See the 2 little holes in it? Okay. Drop in there. Right. That's your anti-rattle spring. That's filthy, so we'll clean that up before I put it back in. Right. I'll leave that there for now. On either side, yeah, you've got your 2 brake pads. They're a bit awkward. Get in the back. Get yourself a bigger screwdriver without too much pressure. Just gently prise them apart, and it'll give you a little bit of room to slide them out. Okay. You can use that. See, there's the old one. That's one side. By the way, you've got 4 pads on the front of your bike because you've got 2 discs. Now, that's an old pad. That is completely bollocksed. There's a new pad. Look at the difference. How you stopping with that is a miracle. But you know. So, the only important thing is, just zoom on this, Will. On the back of them, you've got this metal plate. Some of the pads you buy
Showing plate, mate.
Some of the pads you buy don't have that on it. That just pops off like that. And it only goes on one way. So some don't have it. They just come like that. Some of the better quality pads come with one already fitted. So I don't need them. But I will keep them for spares. Right? So there's my new pads. Okay, get the other pad out. Exactly the same little clip. Bollocksed. That's a technical term. Right. Thing to do now. Get yourself a little stiff brush in a minute. This way you should wear a mask really. Get all the dust out if you can, as much as you can. You don't have to be too anal about it, just get all the loose dust. I'll probably end up with asbestos or something. Right. Now, the other thing you find, when you take your old pads out, the pistons have moved towards the disc, so you have to get them back in, so you can get the new pads in. There's a few ways you can use special tools for doing it. You can use bits of wood. What I do, and a lot of people say you shouldn't, get a bigger screwdriver, put it in by the piston, see?
Yeah,
just very gently lever it. And you'll see it going in now, very slightly. Can you see it going in?
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, nice and gentle. So you don't try to damage the piston itself by yanking it. The other alternative is, if it is a little bit stiff, you'd have to get a compressor. It's just like a U-clamp. You put it on, you just turn it, and it'll push it in slowly. You put a bit of wood on, protect your caliper. There's all little tricks you can learn. So they're pretty much in. Yeah. Okay. And one thing you don't want to do is when you take your pads out, don't pull your brake lever because your pistons will pop out. Okay, so I'll do the 2 ones on this side. You've got 4 small pistons on here. Get that in. Same here. It's only a gentle levering movement. Get that one in. And they will pop in and out a little bit. Get one of your new pads without fitting it. Just see if you've got enough room to get here. No. I'm at an awkward angle here, so it's a bit of a pain. Just excuse me a minute. This has got to be a pain, isn't it? Just stop there a second while I just get these back in. I've got the calipers back in now, so it's not really a problem. Sorry, the pistons. So I'm just going to clean the spring clip up. Just use a stiff brush, an old tube brush. The same thing. Don't inhale the dust. just get all this shite out. I tend to use either brake cleaner, which is like this stuff, brake and clutch cleaner, give it a spray, clean it off, get the muck out. Same with the sliding pin, and just give it a quick blast. That's why I'm wearing gloves. Blast it up, check it's not damaged, distorted in any way, which it isn't. Get all the crap off that. Yep. Okay, see there's the pin. My hands are dry. I've already done the brakes, just gonna blast like that. All that does, cleans off any grease and crap. Get rid of the excess.
It's no oil based, is it?
No, it's not oil based. It's a solvent based cleaner. It breaks down grease and any shite. But brush all the dust off first. Get all that out. That should be okay. That'll be clean off. And it evaporates, so you don't have to worry about drying it. That's pretty clean. That'll slide. The reason it's called a sliding pin because the caliper slide on it. Sorry, the pad slide on it. Okay, so that's done. It's pretty clean. I'm happy with that. Right, as I put it back together, honestly, if you do this a couple of times, it's a 2-minute job. Unless it's raining and it's cold. Right. My hands are dry. Here's my pad. Some people do, some people don't. I always do. It's a bit of copper grease. This is called copper slip or copper grease. And it's an anti-seizing compound as well. And the way it's made, it doesn't solidify. It stays there. But watch you don't contaminate the front. So hold it by the edges. Just a little dib on your finger or a little paintbrush or something. You shouldn't use your hands really, because what you tend to do is you forget what you're doing and get all of the pad and you've got grease all over your pads. So if you've got it on your hands, just wipe it off. Okay. Right. Put it back together. 2-minute job this. First pad. Your pots are in. Take it, holding it by the edge. You get it. See, it's a nice sliding fit. Don't let it slide too far, but don't worry about that in a minute. Your second pad, exactly the same. I can't get over that, please. Look at the difference there. He's basically down to his plate.
Hold it.
Right. Right. That one goes in. It's the same, just a little bit of wiggle. Okay, they're pretty secure. Now, little thing about doing this. This is your sliding pin. Right. This is brake grease. You don't have to use it, but brake grease is better because it's the temperature. It doesn't rot the seals if it gets on it. Just helps it move a bit better. That's all. Just a little smidgen. Same thing before. Keep it off your fingers. Right. If you look at this, there's 2 little pinholes. When you put it in, make sure the holes are facing out so you can see what you're doing. So get it into one there. Locate it in the first pad. Don't put it in yet. Now your spring clip. It goes up that way. There's a larger recess there and a small one there. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a sort of inverted S shape. Right. Your top, you push in. Your bottom, you just seat them in on top of the pads. Okay? Don't worry, they will go in. Now you've got to get the pin through the centre of that spring there. You might have to reach in the back and shift the pads around a bit. And it goes right through, and now it's gone all the way through. You can see that, and them 2 holes, them little holes I showed you, are facing out. You take your clips that you took out at the start. You can use your fingers or a tool. They're pretty easy to get in. It's only one of them. Find your first hole. He says. It's a bit fiddly, but it goes in. Just clip it in. That's clipped in now. That one's in. You can use that one to turn the rest of the pin now if you want to access the hole better. Okay. Get your second pin. Bollocks, come on. Get your second pin. Okay. The straight piece goes through the hole, not the bendy piece. Find the other one, and it should be lined up the same as that. There you go. Watch. Click. It's in. Now what you want to do? Just turn them out of the way. So your pins are facing it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you change the pads on a FZ6 S209. And just hope you stop. Important, keep your brake leads squeeze. Make sure your pads bed on to the disc. Use them reasonably, averagely. After a couple of miles, slam them on because brakes will get glaze on them. So every now and again, just give a good bang and clean the glaze off. And there you go. That should be it. Any more tips? Ask me, brother.
Are we done, Ed China?
Done.
Are we done
That's
yet?
it. Thanks, mate.
Okay, thank
Ta-ra.
you.